It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bisons and the Caps on Thursday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us down under in the beachside city of Melbourne, Australia. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here between the Oklahoma City Bison taking on the Caps of Melbourne. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. So from the 37, here's second and a yard. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
The gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Rodgers. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Running out of the gun with ETN. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Rodgers. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. ETN diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. On for the extra point try, Andrew Mevis. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, here's Jackson. Once again, he finds Slayton. 7 yards there and a first down. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there on third down. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Side, he finds Slayton. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Jackson options out left. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a bat.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jelani Woods from 4 yards out. And the Bisons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now, and with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 7-7, our score after 1. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Rodgers going to throw. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw? Extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Personal foul, unnecessary run defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now it's Rodgers. Inside the 10. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Touchdown! Elijah Moore. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now this throw caught left side. 27 yards there, a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Boy, shifts past him, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. On the slant into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson's throw taken in by Ridley here.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Jackson. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bisons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this sequence won't do any favors to his rushing totals as they get him behind the line again. But one more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
In our game, at the very least, you can't say it's not competitive. All tied up at halftime. And for the call of the second half, we get you back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's good for Melbourne. First down.
Here's Mon. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. back to the air. Mond. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mond looks to throw. He'll complete this one. Biocacqua. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Mond. Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this 3rd quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Following the fumble recovery, Walker can't get away, and he's taken down. O'Shane Zimenez, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Walker now. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He's into space past the 25. A big play there. 41 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tied ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
What's the deal, y'all?
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jarek McCallan punching it in from a yard away. And the Caps have taken the lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Bisons 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start with the option. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. There he goes, right side. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
And they rattle off a big one. 54 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and
Walker hitting the ball is out. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Extra point try now for Santoso. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Mond looks to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Mond going to throw it to the right side, and he's got more complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
first down. Here's White. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Off the play fake, Mon. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. J.J. Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to take the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And working out of the gun here, Walker. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. On 1st and 10, Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, Clifford. He's got Brown on the out route complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifford. And his throw is incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a dump off here complete. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Running on first down with Gaskin.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second down, Gaskin.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And he's going to try and do this himself.
He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Antonio Johnson makes the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now back to throw.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mond.
Steps away to his left.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Mond. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down, went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
At the 19-yard line.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Mon looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Mevis knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 10, 1:45 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clifford will set up the screen here to Gaskin.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Here comes 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Clifford. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. Pass complete. It's Scott. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. On 3rd down, Clifford. Open man, it's Scott, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.